All right, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about change list items. So the change item value. To change the value of a specified item, refer to the index number, which we talked about in the previous video where we were talking about access list items. So to change a range of an item value, to change the value of the items within a specific range, define a list with the new values and refer to the range of index numbers where you want to insert the new values. If you insert more items than you replace, the new items will be inserted where you specified, and the remaining items will move accordingly. If you insert less items than you replace, then the new items will be inserted where you specified, and the remaining items will move accordingly. Okay? So let's jump into our lists notebook and take a look at this. All right, so we're back inside of our notebook here, and to change a value, to change the value of a specified item, refer to the index number. Okay, so when we looked at our list that we made in the previous video, which was access list items, you could see that when we looked at the index number, okay, when we typed in 1 right here, we got Google, right? So let's do that again. Let's do a couple things here, because what we want to do is we want to change the list item. Okay, so we want to replace Google with Apple. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll type out our list equals, and let's do bracket, and then let's do Google and Facebook. Okay, we'll just do these two. And then what we're going to do is we're going to write in this list, our list, brackets, and then we're going to type in 1, and we're going to replace Google with YouTube for this example. So YouTube. And what that's going to do is it's going to add that to the list. So when we do our list, okay, and run it, we get Google and YouTube. So YouTube is added to the end of the list. Okay. It didn't replace Google. Why? Because I typed in 1. Now, if I type in 0, what's that going to do? That's going to replace Google. So we got YouTube and Facebook. Okay. Now, if I only have one value, then it's just going to replace that value. All right. So change a range of item values. To change the value items within a specific range, define a list with the new values and refer to the range of index numbers where you want to insert the new values. Okay, so for this example, we're going to do a little more. So we'll do our list equals brackets, and we'll do Google, Facebook. Let's do YouTube. Let's do Twitter. Let's do Amazon. Let's do Instagram. Okay. And now I want to change a range of item values. So we're going to do our list. Okay. And we'll do brackets. And let's do 1:3 and then equals. And we're going to do what? We'll do brackets, and then we'll do Twitch. And let's do, what would be another one out there? eBay. We'll do eBay. Okay. So when I do that and we print our list, what happens? I run this, and we got Google, Twitch, eBay, Twitter, Amazon, and Instagram. So what happened? 1 through 3 was switched from Facebook and YouTube to Twitch and eBay. Okay. So if you insert more items than you replace, the new items will be inserted where you specified, and the remaining items will move accordingly. Okay. So you see here, we replaced them, so they didn't move. Okay. If you insert less items than you replace, the new items will be inserted where specified, and the remaining items will move accordingly. Okay. So to insert new items, to insert a new list item without replacing any of the existing values, you can use the insert method. The insert method inserts an item at a specified index. So basically what that does is instead of inserting it and replacing the content, what we're going to do is we're going to insert it, but it's going to add to the list instead of removing items from the list, which is extremely important because what you're doing is you have the ability to remove items, but also change the list so that it is used the way that you want. Okay. And that's why this is so important to understand, because lists are used everywhere in Python, everywhere. So it's an extremely important thing to understand. So let's insert Microsoft into our list. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add to this. Let's delete this block or this cell, and then let's add to this. Okay. So our list: Google, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Amazon, and Instagram. Okay. And instead of doing this, we'll delete this. We're still going to print our list, but I want to change the syntax here. So instead of doing that, we're going to insert, okay, and we're going to select the position of 2, and we'll do Microsoft. So what does this do? Can you tell me out loud, just say it to yourself, where is this going to end up? Is it going to end up next to Google, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Amazon, or Instagram? I think is going to end up next to Facebook, to the right of Facebook. So let's take a look. And I was correct. So you see what happened here. We added Microsoft, and we got Google, Facebook, Microsoft, YouTube, Twitter, Amazon, Instagram. Okay, now if I add to that and we do Twitch next to Microsoft, let's see what that does. Okay, so that breaks it, okay? But what we can do is, instead of doing that, I'll run this again. I can type this out again, our list dot insert, and we do 3, Twitch. Okay, now I run that, and what's going to happen? It's going to add both, Microsoft and Twitch. Okay, so that's how you can change the list items and how you can insert a new list item without replacing any existing values, which is extremely important to understand, but also to get that you're going to be using that a lot in anything you're doing with data mining or anything like that. You're going to be using this a lot. Okay, so this is a crucial skill to learn and understand. And again, like I told you before, I love lists, which I call them arrays because I learned a different language first before I came over to Python. But Python makes it so simple. And I applaud them for the simplicity, because when I was learning this language over JavaScript, it was like night and day. So I'm excited that you're here to learn Python and go through these steps with me. And remember, we're going through basics, and there's a lot of basics to go through. But once you understand the foundations and the basics of Python, you're going to be able to do the bigger projects that we're going to do down the road, and they'll be simpler. They'll make sense, and the light bulb will burst in your head. You'll be like, wow, this is why you did this. Exactly. I'm trying to make this as simple for you as possible, but also make it as fun as possible. All right? So that's changed list items. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.